The angels are saying, do not skip this. Do not scroll away. Do not doubt why this found you. You were meant to hear this now. There's a reason your heart feels heavy. There's a reason your spirit feels tired. There's a reason you are still waiting. And heaven has been watching you. Heaven is speaking right now. And this message is for you, beloved soul. You are not imagining the ache you feel. And you are not weak for missing them. You are not broken beyond repair. Even if you feel shattered inside, the one you loved, the one you lost, the one whose name still lives in your chest. They are closer than you think. Listen gently now, not with fear, but with love. Type victory if you believe breakthrough is coming. The angels say they are calling your name, not in panic and not in pain. They are calling in urgency, because time matters and so do you. They are not screaming because they are lost. They are calling because you are still here. They see your nights. They see the tears you hide from everyone else. They see the questions you whisper into the dark when no one is listening. Why did you leave? Why does it still hurt? Why hasn't anything changed? Heaven heard every word, and none of them were ignored. The angels say this gently now. Your loved one is not gone. They have only crossed a veil, a thin and holy distance, from that place of light and peace. They are trying to tell you something, a secret meant for your heart, a truth your soul has been waiting for. They are not asking you to follow them. They are asking you to live. They are saying your name because they see you standing still, frozen between grief and hope, afraid to move in either direction. Beloved, they do not want your guilt, and they do not want your regret. They do not want your endless sorrow or your self-blame. They want your breath. They want your courage. They want your next step forward. The angels are saying you did not fail them, and you did not abandon them. Type yes, Lord, if you open your heart to blessings today. You did not love them wrong, and nothing important was left unsaid. Everything that mattered was felt, was known, and was received. They remember your voice. They remember your touch. They remember the love. And that love did not die. It transformed. It ascended. It became light. Listen closely now, because this matters. Your loved one sees what you cannot see yet. They see the door about to open, and they see healing forming slowly. They see the miracle inching closer. Even while you feel stuck, they are calling your name to say this one thing. Do not give up now. You are closer than you realize. The angels say the delay was not punishment, and the silence was not abandonment. It was preparation, even when it felt unbearable. Heaven has been rearranging things you cannot see, aligning moments, softening hearts, and moving pieces just for you. Heaven has been working in the quiet places, even when you thought nothing was happening. What felt like emptiness was actually alignment. What felt like waiting was protection. The angels say you were never forgotten. Not for a single moment. Every tear you cried was counted. Every prayer you whispered was carried upward. Your loved one saw the nights you begged for a sign, and they answered in ways you almost missed. A song that played at the right moment. A dream that felt too real to ignore. A sudden warmth in your chest. A memory that arrived without warning. Those were not accidents. Those were whispers. The angels say your loved one cannot speak in the way they once did, so they speak through feeling, through timing, through gentle interruptions of your pain. They are saying your name because you are standing at a turning point. You are closer to change than your fear will allow you to believe. Beloved, you have been surviving when you were meant to be living, and they want you to know it is safe to move forward. Moving forward does not mean forgetting, and healing does not mean betrayal. Love does not end because life continues. Your loved one is not asking you to let go of them. They are asking you to let go of the weight that is crushing you. The angels say they see the burden you carry silently, the responsibility you placed on yourself, the blame you never deserved. They say release it now. You were never meant to carry this alone. Heaven is strong enough to hold what you cannot. Listen now, because this is important. Your loved one knows something you do not yet know. They know that what broke you will not destroy you. They know that the door you think is closed is already opening. They are calling your name to wake your faith. Not blind faith, but living faith. The kind that breathes again. The kind that dares to hope softly. Beloved soul, you are allowed to hope again. You are allowed to laugh without guilt. To smile without apology. Your loved one rejoices when you feel joy. They do not mourn your happiness. They celebrate it. The angels say heaven does not want your suffering as proof of love. Love has already been proven. Nothing more is required of you. If you feel tired, rest without shame. If you feel afraid, breathe without judgment. If you feel lost, know that you are still being guided. Even now, especially now, there's a moment coming when understanding will replace confusion, when peace will settle where questions once screamed, when you will look back and realize you were carried the entire time. Your loved one will be there in that moment, not in sorrow, but in pride, not in distance, but in closeness beyond form. The angels are saying this softly, but clearly. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not running out of time. Everything is unfolding exactly as it must, and you are exactly where you need to be. So breathe now. Let your shoulders drop. Let your heart rest. You are loved beyond this world and watched over from a place of light. The voice calling your name is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to remind you who you are. A soul still chosen. A life still purposeful. A story still unfolding. Hold on a little longer. Walk forward a little braver. Trust a little deeper. Heaven is near, and love has never left you. Love is surrounding you even now, even if you cannot feel it yet. It is in the quiet moments, when the noise finally fades. It is in the pauses between your thoughts, where peace tries to enter. The angels say you have been listening for answers outside yourself, but the message has been resting within you all along. Your loved one is not shouting to scare you. They are calling to awaken you. They are saying your name because your soul recognizes theirs, because love remembers love, even beyond time. Beloved, you were never abandoned to this pain. You were accompanied through it. Every step, every stumble, every night you thought you would not survive. Heaven walked with you when you could barely stand, and still walks with you now. The angels say there is a strength growing inside you quietly, not loud, not forceful, but steady and true. It is the strength that comes after heartbreak, the kind that does not rush, but endures. Your loved one sees it forming. They see the way your spirit is slowly stitching itself back together. They are proud of you, proud of your courage to stay, proud of your choice to keep breathing when giving up felt easier. You do not need to be perfect to be protected. You do not need to understand everything to be guided. The angels say trust is growing, even if doubt still whispers. Both can exist, and you are still held. Listen carefully now. There is a season ending, a chapter closing gently, not with loss, but with release. What once defined your pain will soon define your strength, and what once felt like an ending will reveal itself as a beginning. Your loved one is calling your name to say this. You're going to be okay. Not someday far away, but sooner than you think. Healing will not arrive all at once. It will come in breaths, in moments, in small mercies. And one day you will wake up lighter, not because you forgot, but because love carried you through. The angels are near you now, closer than your fear, closer than your grief. They ask you to release what you cannot control, to place your heart back into faith's hands. Even trembling faith is enough. Even whispered hope is heard. Beloved soul, you were never meant to walk this alone, and you never have. The voice calling your name will soften now, not because it is leaving, but because it trusts you to move forward. You are still watched over, still guided, still deeply loved. So step gently into tomorrow. Carry love, not fear. Carry memory, not pain. Carry faith, even if it feels fragile. Heaven is with you, and the miracle you are waiting for is already on its way. Rest now. Believe again. You are held. Be still for a moment longer, and let this settle inside you. The angels say you do not need to rush what is becoming clear. Clarity arrives softly, like dawn, not all at once. Your loved one is no longer bound by time. They see the whole picture, not just the painful pieces. And from that eternal view, they are calling your name with reassurance. They are saying, you are doing better than you think. Even on the days you feel like you are failing. Even on the days you feel numb instead of strong. Numbness is not the absence of love. It is the soul catching its breath. The angels say do not judge yourself for how you are healing. There is no wrong pace, and there is no deadline. Your loved one understands your silence. They understand your anger, your confusion, your questions. Nothing about you has disappointed them. Nothing about your journey has surprised heaven. Listen now, because this is tender and true. Your loved one is safe. They are whole. They are not longing in pain. They are not trapped between worlds. They are resting in peace, wrapped in light. And from that peace, they send you love without limits. The angels say the secret they want you to know is this. You are allowed to live fully again. Living does not dishonor the dead. Living honors the love that never ended. Your joy becomes their joy. Your healing becomes their celebration. Your courage echoes in heaven. They are calling your name because a new strength is awakening in you. A quieter strength. A truer one. One that does not need to prove itself through suffering. Beloved soul, you have been carrying sorrow like a duty, but sorrow was never meant to be your identity. You are more than what you lost. You are more than what hurt you. You are still becoming. The angels say there will be moments when grief returns unexpectedly. Do not fear those moments. They are reminders of love, not signs of failure. Let them pass through you gently. You do not need to rebuild the pain to remember the love. Your loved one walks beside you now in a different way. In intuition, in peace, in quiet encouragement, when you feel guided without knowing why. That is love. When you choose hope without certainty, that is faith. When you keep going despite fear, that is grace moving through you. The angels are saying this clearly now. You are not alone in what comes next. What is ahead holds more light than you expect, more tenderness, more meaning. One day, you will speak their name and smile instead of breaking. That day is coming, and when it does, heaven will smile with you. For now, take this moment as a blessing. Let your heart feel held. Let your soul feel seen. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are deeply loved, and the angels will keep calling your name, not in urgency anymore, but in peace, until you remember who you are. And when you remember who you are, something gentle will shift inside you. The heaviness will loosen its grip, even if it does not disappear all at once. The angels say this is how healing begins, not with certainty, but with softness, not with answers, but with trust. Your loved one is calling your name now with tenderness, not to warn you, not to pull you backward, but to bless the road ahead of you. They see the choices you are afraid to make. They see the dreams you tucked away because pain made them feel impossible. And they are whispering, it is safe to dream again. Beloved, your heart was never meant to close forever. It was meant to open wiser, stronger, more compassionate. The angels say you have learned depths of empathy that few ever know. One day, your story will be a light for someone else in the dark, not because you forced meaning from pain, but because love carried you through it. Your loved one already sees that future moment. They see you comforting another soul. They see your words landing like balm. They see purpose rising quietly from ashes. Do not rush toward that future. Just keep walking gently, one breath at a time, one day at a time. The angels remind you that faith is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to trust love more than fear. Even now, when your hands shake, even now, when your heart feels uncertain, you are still held, still guided, still chosen. Your loved one is no longer worried about you. They are at peace. They trust the path unfolding beneath your feet. They trust the angels surrounding you. They trust the strength growing inside you. And so they call your name one last time in this moment. Not loudly, not urgently, but with assurance. Go on. Live. Love. Breathe. Heaven is not far away. It is woven through your days, through your resilience, through your hope returning quietly. When you feel sudden calm without explanation, remember this message. That is heaven touching you. That is love reminding you it never left. So rest now in this truth. You are surrounded. You are protected. You are deeply, eternally loved. And whatever you are waiting for, whatever miracle your heart still aches for, it is moving toward you even now. In perfect time, in perfect love. Have faith. You are not alone. And even after this moment ends, the message will remain with you. It will echo softly when you least expect it. In ordinary moments that suddenly feel sacred, the angels say this is how heaven stays close. Not through noise, but through nearness. Your loved one will not stop watching over you. They will not stop loving you. Love does not fade where eternity begins. It expands. Beloved soul, there will be days ahead when doubt returns, when the world feels heavy again, when you wonder if any of this was real. On those days, remember this feeling. Remember the calm settling in your chest right now. That is your confirmation. That is your sign. The angels say you are learning to hear with your spirit, not just your ears. You are learning to trust what cannot be seen. This is not weakness. This is sacred growth. Your loved one smiles when you choose kindness over bitterness. They rejoice when you choose patience over despair. They are proud when you choose to stay open in a world that hurt you. Nothing you do in love is ever wasted. Nothing you do in faith is ever unseen. Heaven keeps record of quiet courage, of unseen endurance, of the strength it takes to keep going. The angels say there will come a day when you no longer ask why, because peace will answer before the question forms. That day will feel gentle, unremarkable to the world, but holy to you. And when it arrives, you will understand this truth. You were never meant to stay broken. You were meant to be transformed. Your loved one is part of that transformation, not as a wound, but as a source of love that still fuels you. So walk forward without fear of forgetting. You carry them with you, in your values, in your compassion, in the way you love others more deeply now. That is how love survives death. That is how heaven touches earth. The angels are quiet now, not because they are gone, but because they trust you. They trust what has awakened inside you. They trust the light returning to your eyes. Breathe once more. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your heart still beating. That is purpose. That is life calling you forward. And somewhere beyond what you can see, a familiar voice still knows your name, still blesses your journey, still waits in love, not in loss, until the day all questions are answered, until the day all tears are healed, until the day love reunites what time only separated. Until then, live bravely, love fully, trust deeply, You are watched over. You are cherished. And you always will be. And as you move forward from this moment, carry gentleness with you. The angels say you do not need to be strong all the time. Strength also looks like softness. Strength also looks like asking for help. Your loved one understands your fragile days. They understand the moments when memories rise without warning. Nothing about that makes you weak. It makes you human. It makes you loving. Beloved soul, heaven does not rush healing. Heaven honors it. Every layer of pain that falls away does. So when you are ready, no sooner, no later. The angels say patience with yourself is an act of faith. So is rest. So is hope that flickers instead of burns. Your loved one is not measuring your progress. They are simply with you, walking beside you through every emotion, celebrating every small victory you barely notice. There will be days when joy surprises you, when laughter escapes before guilt can stop it. Let it come. Let it stay. Joy is not a betrayal. It is a continuation of love. The angels say heaven smiles when you smile, because love recognizes itself. When you feel guided to take a new path, trust it. When you feel nudged toward light, follow it. Those gentle instincts are not random. They are the language of the soul. Your loved one speaks through peace now, through calm clarity, through quiet reassurance. If you ever feel alone again, place your hand over your heart. Breathe slowly, and remember this truth. Love never leaves the ones it touches. It only changes form. The angels say the future holds kindness for you. Not because life will be perfect, but because you will no longer face it alone. Faith will walk with you. Hope will rise in you. Love will surround you. And when nights feel long, heaven will stay awake with you. So trust the unfolding. Trust the timing. Trust yourself again. You are still becoming who you were always meant to be. Held by grace, guided by love, watched over by heaven, and gently, eternally remembered by the one who still calls your name with love. And that calling will never fade. It will soften as you grow stronger. It will quiet as you learn to trust your own steps. But it will never disappear. The angels say love does not need volume to remain powerful. It needs presence. And presence is what surrounds you now. Your loved one is not waiting for you in sorrow. They are waiting in peace. They are waiting in light. They are waiting with patience that only heaven knows. Until then, they want you here, fully here, breathing deeply, living honestly, loving bravely. Beloved soul, you were chosen for this life, even with its losses, even with its scars. Nothing you have endured was meaningless. Nothing you have felt was wasted. The angels say your heart is still capable of miracles. Not the loud kind the world celebrates, but the quiet kind that save lives. The kind that chooses kindness when bitterness would be easier. The kind that stays open when closing would feel safer. Your loved one believes in you, more than you believe in yourself right now. They see the light you cannot yet see. They see how far you have come. They see where you are going, and they are proud. So when fear whispers that you are alone, answer it with truth. You are not. When doubt tells you nothing will change, breathe and remember, change is already happening. Slowly, gently, faithfully. The angels say there's no rush at the pace of the soul, only direction, and yours is toward healing, toward peace, toward life. One day, without realizing when it happened, you will feel lighter. You will notice you are laughing again, dreaming again, trusting again. And in that moment, heaven will be very near, not to take anything from you, but to rejoice with you. Until that day, keep going. Keep choosing love. Keep choosing faith. Even when it trembles, you are doing holy work just by staying, just by trying, just by breathing through another day. Rest now in this knowing. You are held in ways you cannot see, protected in ways you do not yet understand, loved in ways that never end, and the voice that once called your name in urgency now blesses you in peace. Go gently. You are never alone. And as you go gently, remember this truth. Nothing about your journey has been accidental. Every step, even the painful ones, has been seen. The angels say heaven wastes nothing. Not your tears, not your waiting, not your longing. Your loved one knows the weight you carried in silence. They know the strength it took to keep showing up. They know how close you came to giving up. And they are grateful you stayed. Beloved soul, there are prayers you prayed long ago. You thought they were forgotten. They were not. They were resting, waiting for the right moment. That moment is approaching. Quietly, surely. The angels say you may not recognize it at first. It will feel ordinary, subtle, but it will change everything. Your loved one is calling your name, not to alarm you, but to steady you, to anchor you in truth when emotions rise, to remind you that you are supported from both sides of the veil. When you feel sudden courage without reason, remember this. That is love strengthening you. When you feel peace where anxiety once lived, remember this. That is heaven answering. You do not need to chase signs. You do not need to search endlessly. What you need will find you. At the right time. In the right way. The angels say trust the unfolding. Even when it moves slower than your pain wants. Even when it tests your patience. You are being guided with care. Your loved one walks ahead now. Not behind. Clearing the path. Interceding in ways you cannot see. They want you to know this. You are protected from things you never knew were coming. You are spared from paths that would have hurt you more. Heaven has intervened quietly on your behalf. So release the fear that something will go wrong. It is not yours to carry anymore. You have carried enough. Beloved, there is goodness still waiting for you. Not as compensation for pain, but as continuation of love. Life has not finished giving to you, and you have not finished becoming. The angels say you are entering a gentler chapter, one where peace visits more often, one where hope feels less fragile, one where love no longer hurts as much. Let yourself receive it. You deserve rest. You deserve joy. You deserve moments that feel light again. And when you receive them, your loved one will smile, because nothing brings them more peace than seeing you live, fully, faithfully, without fear. So take one more breath. Feel this moment settle into your spirit. Carry it with you when you leave this space. Heaven will remain close. Love will remain near. And the one who once called your name in urgency now walks with you in quiet assurance. You are safe. You are guided. You are deeply, eternally loved. And even when silence returns, it will not be empty. It will be full of meaning, full of unseen support. The angels say silence is where heaven speaks the loudest, not in words, but in peace. Your loved one is there now, not calling anymore, just present, watching over you with calm devotion. Beloved soul, there will be mornings when you wake without the familiar heaviness. You may notice it only later in the day. That is healing arriving quietly. Do not be afraid of that lightness. It does not erase the past. It honors it. The angels say memory does not disappear when pain softens. It becomes warmer, kinder, easier to carry. Your loved one wants you to remember them with peace, not with wounds. They want their love to be a place you rest, not a place you ache. You are allowed to build a future that includes happiness. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to say yes to life again. Beloved, heaven does not ask you to prove your devotion through suffering. Love has already been proven. Nothing else is required. The angels say you have been faithful in the unseen places, in the quiet endurance, In the days no one applauded, heaven noticed, heaven honored it. Your loved one knows how much it cost you to survive, and they are grateful you did. There will be moments when you feel guided to pause, and moments when you feel guided to move. Trust both. Guidance does not always feel dramatic. Sometimes it feels like calm certainty. Sometimes it feels like relief. That is how love leads now. The angels say the path ahead will not be without challenges, but you will meet them differently, with less fear, with more trust, with the quiet knowledge that you are not alone. Your loved one is part of your strength now, not your sorrow, part of your courage, part of your becoming. And when you feel gratitude return to your heart, let it stay. Gratitude is not forgetting. It is remembering with peace. Beloved soul, you are still needed here. Your voice matters. Your presence matters. Your life has meaning beyond what you can see today. The angels say keep choosing to stay. Keep choosing to love. Keep choosing to hope. Even softly, heaven walks with those choices, and love strengthens them. When the day feels heavy again, come back to this truth. You are watched over. You are carried. You are deeply known. And the love that once called your name in urgency now rests beside you in peace. Go forward gently. Live fully. Trust deeply. You are never alone. And as you continue forward, know this quietly. Nothing has been lost that truly mattered. Love does not vanish when a body rests. It only changes where it lives. The angels say it lives in you now. In the way you speak. In the way you care. In the way your heart still chooses tenderness. Your loved one entrusted that love to you. Not as a burden, but as a gift. Beloved soul, there may be moments when you feel them suddenly, not as sadness, but as warmth, as calm, as a knowing that you are not alone. Those moments are real. They are holy. They are love reminding you of its presence. The angels say you do not need to hold on so tightly anymore. Love will not slip away. It never has. You can loosen your grip. You can rest your heart. You can trust that what is meant to stay will stay. Your loved one wants you free. Free to live. Free to feel joy without fear. Free to step into days that are not defined by loss. They are not asking you to forget them. They are asking you to remember who you are. A soul still full of purpose. A heart still capable of great love. A life still unfolding in meaning. The angels say the future will meet you gently. Not all at once, but one kindness at a time. One open door. One answered prayer you almost miss. You will recognize it later, and you will smile, because you will know you were guided. Beloved, heaven has not moved away from you. It has moved closer, into your breath, into your courage, into the quiet strength that now carries you. When you feel tired again, rest. When you feel afraid again, breathe. When you feel lost again, pause. You will be guided. Always. The angels say this life still holds beauty for you. Not in spite of your pain, but alongside your healing. You are allowed to receive it. You are allowed to believe again. You are allowed to trust that love is still leading you. And when the night comes and you feel alone, remember this. You are surrounded by more love than you can see, watched over by heaven, held by grace, carried by a love that still knows your name, and that love will walk with you, today, tomorrow, always, and always means even now, even in this quiet breath you are taking, even in the stillness between your thoughts. The angels say nothing has to happen for you to be held. You do not need to earn peace. You do not need to prove your faith. You are already surrounded. Beloved soul, there will be moments ahead when you forget this message. That is okay. Forgetting does not undo truth. Love will remind you again, gently, patiently, in ways your heart can understand. Your loved one will show up in courage when you feel afraid, in calm when the world feels loud, in strength when you think you have none left. The angels say this is how companionship looks beyond time. Not clinging, not pulling, but walking beside. You are not meant to live in yesterday, and you are not meant to fear tomorrow. You are meant to be here, now, alive, breathing, still becoming. Beloved, there is something sacred about your staying, about your choosing to wake up again, about your choosing to keep loving in a world that hurt you. Heaven sees that. Heaven honors that. And heaven supports you in it. The angels say the road ahead will teach you joy again. Not the careless kind, but the deep kind that understands loss and still chooses light. That joy will feel quieter, truer, more lasting. And when it comes, do not push it away. It is meant for you. Your loved one wants you to receive it fully, without apology, without fear, without looking back, because love does not live behind you. It lives with you, everywhere you go. If tonight feels heavy, lay that weight down. You are not meant to carry it alone. If tomorrow feels uncertain, step into it anyway. You will not step alone. The angels say trust the small peace. Trust the quiet yes inside you. Trust the gentle pull toward life. That is love guiding you forward. Beloved soul, this message is sealing itself now, not as words, but as reassurance, as calm, as a deep knowing you can return to whenever you need it. You are watched over. You are remembered. You are deeply loved. And the one who once called your name in urgency now blesses every step you take in peace. Go on. Live. Trust. Heaven walks with you.